Hello guys, and welcome to another one of my Pokemon Go videos. Since the last update, I reached level 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21, so that was quite the journey. I have been farming, grinding, walking, farming, grinding, walking, and visited different cities, been on trips with 1, 2, 3 of my kids, really just been having a blast whenever the servers have been up and running. The one thing I haven't done enough again is, of course, gym battling, and yeah, servers just haven't been alive and kicking while I've had the time to go to the gym. Showing the Ultra Bolt here that I got when I hit level 20, and that is because I didn't manage to get the level 20 animation on recording. Level 21 here, as you can see, with the lucky egg on, and that is because I went completely crazy with the evolutions when I wanted to go from level 20 to 21. I did that only by evolving things. The next part of the video here is pretty much me shooting a few random battles while I'm walking around with my laptop in one hand and my phone in the other, with most likely my son Jonas on these trips here, because we are on so many walks, trips, just having a blast in the evening, in the afternoon, any type of time of day really. We are just walking around trying to farm like crazy. Going pretty silly pants after the Magikarps for the Gyarados, because I really want my 400 Magikarp candy so that I can upgrade it once I get a bit higher level. And Pidgeys, Weedles, Ratatas, all those really common things are actually the things that we are trying to farm. They don't seem that interesting, I know, but at this point in the gaming, for me, it's all about getting my trainer to a higher level, whereas I don't really care what Pokemon I get now. I'd rather save my luck in finding rare, high damage Pokemon for much later in the game, where I have a higher CP gain from obtaining them. Like, of course it would be awesome to get a Snorlax or a Dragonite or something, but then I will just need to spend hundreds of thousands of this Stardust stuff to get them up to the point where I want them to be. And sure, I mean, whenever I find something new, it's always exciting because I get my 500 experience points boost and I get to fill them in my Pokedex, and I do like having things like check marked. But besides that, I'm really in it right now. Like, I completely missed, but that, I swear, is really hard to try to balance a recording, watch the screen, and play on the iPhone at the same time. I feel like I'm getting better, but as you can see, I'm not quite there yet. Another thing I noticed really while making these recordings, because when I play normally, I don't have the augmented reality on. I just play with the cartoon kind of background. It's just when I'm recording, I have the real life in the background, because I really do like to share just tiny bits and bytes of the actual journeys that I'm on, and not just, you know, could be anything then, right? But sometimes when you have this augmented reality on, it is as if you need to hit in front of the Pokemon instead of on them, or like sometimes behind them, as you can do in the augmented reality. Well, I don't know if the light has an effect or how it works. Love catching them when they're in the air, especially the Ratatas. They're like jumpy all the time. Love just grabbing them while they are jumping. That is like so cool. Also the Psyducks. But anyway, been on loads of these trips, mainly just farming the normal stuff. But one of the trips we had, Jonas and I, was super exciting because we're both pretty fond of Meow or Meowth or whatever you guys want to be calling it, and they don't appear that often in our area. We have quite a few Eevees dropping by, but not really that many Catties. So this particular trip we were on, like a 20-minute trip, we found 4. That was pretty cool. Like, I go all in when I see them, not because, I mean, I don't really want the evolution that much, but I do want to rake up the candy, because it's like a long process to be able to upgrade every one of these Pokemons to their final evolution at a strong CP point, and I want to do that. I also had another like issue again, and that was filling up my bags, and that has to do with servers. Yeah, we've all had like so much downtime during the last few days, and whenever Jonas and I have had the time to go to the gyms to try to capture them or help out the team, servers just went down. So we leave the home, everything's amazing, and we can play, we can do all sorts of stuff. And by the time we need the train station, yeah, that's my son Jonas playing on his iPad, connection just goes boom. We walk up to the gym anyway, because now we're kind of like going there, hoping that the servers will come up again. And then we just sit there for half an hour, people coming by, everybody's just standing there with their phones or sitting in their cars waiting for stuff to come online. And then, yeah, walk home again. And it has been like that every evening. It has been pretty depressing in terms of the PvP thing, and also in terms of raking in the free coins, because we all want coins. I mean, I need more bag space, I need space for more Pokemon, so that I'm constantly transferring these Pokemon to get more space. There we have it again, really like that one. So feed it some berries, everybody knows those catty Pokemons love berries. Yeah, I managed to do like semi-decent gym battling one time during the last 3 days, and it wasn't even in my own town. We went on a trip once again, actually 2 trips. We were in Copenhagen today, where we watched The Friendly Giant. I fell asleep 5 times, so yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that movie. But Copenhagen was crazy, like Pokestops everywhere, Pokemon everywhere, all the... Like, it was commercial in another degree than what I've seen before, because these Pokestops had lures in them from, like, the shops, the companies that wanted to attract customers. So it was like, just go crazy with unlimited Pokeballs and things spawning all over the place. That was super silly, crazy, amazing, and I don't know if I got like 40,000 experience points in a few hours in there. And that's like the period before we watched our movie and on the way back to the train, so that was pretty crazy. Besides our trip to Copenhagen today, that was really a cool place to play Pokemon. I understand that those of you that live in larger cities, if they are like Copenhagen, you must feel like you have unlimited Pokemon and unlimited Pokeballs, and you can just farm whatever kind of thing you want. What I'm going to be showing you here is from our trip the other day, where we went to a town called Frederikssund, and I've been spending a lot of time there because I went to business college there, and I've had family living there, but I managed to get into some gym battles there, and I wanted to try out how does this work with the augmented reality on. I wasn't able to share that much of it because a lot of people were walking by the area, and I didn't want to be like filming a gazillion people, but I really like how you get this stage in the real world where you see the battle going on. I managed to win something with a Golbat, which is pretty hard. I think it is surprisingly weak. It doesn't really take that much of a punch before it dies, but it was pretty fun to use it and try it out against some of the different Pokemon that were in the gym at this time here. It was like controlled by a red team, so I just gave it a few training battles so that we could add to the experience of the gym, making it easier for them to defend. Even though loads of people came, it was like crazy battle area, but in the time I was there we did manage to get a few battles through, and it was really cool. What I really liked about this particular part of Frederikssund, where we have like a shopping mall, we have a train station, we have a gym, loads, I think there are like 3 or 4 Pokestops in this area, of course loads of people. And at the same time, it's a really nice place to be in. The theming of the area. Frederikssund is like a Viking ship kind of town, but you have these small watery areas, and it's a really nice scenery to be in. So yeah, that was it's definitely a town that I'm going to go back to, because another thing that we actually did on this trip was that we, after the gym battling and the shopping and you know the drill, we went to a park to have lunch with the kids, and like playgrounds everywhere. That's a lie. there was a playground, and this is the fun thing, because like I said before, Frederikssund is like this Viking ship themed city, where we also have a relatively popular amateur Viking play and stuff like that. But there is, so in the middle of the park where you go down, you can have your lunch or whatever you want. There's a Viking ship where the kids can play, and it is of course a Pokestop. So while we were sitting there having our lunch, kids were playing. We could fill up on Pokeballs at the same time, so that we can go crazy pants battling on the way back again, also in the gym. So all in all, a really nice place to be playing, both as a hardcore grindy player like I am, but also as a family player, where you can't just sit and stare at your phone at the same time somewhere, in front of a gym. You need to be walking around, doing something. Kids need to be playing. And Frederikssund was a really cool town to do that in, and you can pretty much just see a spin of it here, where as it spins you're going to be seeing the Viking ship. So guys, that was pretty much what I had to share this time around. As always, thank you very much for watching. Viking ship for the win. Yeah, I'm going to spin it again. I am. There you have it. Thank you very much for watching, guys.